You might have heard about something called smart buildings. What you might not know is that there's a team within Azure IoT that is working at developing spatial intelligence capabilities. I will not tell you much about what it is because Lirana is here on the show today to tell us a bit about what's coming and give us, that sneak peek. Thanks, Lirana, for coming.
Thanks.
This is the Internet of Things show. I'm Olivier, your host. Today with Lirana here on the show, we will talk about smart spaces, right?
Yes.
Lirana, thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah, my pleasure.
That's a first for you, hopefully not the last. Can you tell us a bit about yourself, who you are and where you're coming from?
Yeah, for sure. Hey everyone, I'm Lirana. I'm relatively new here at Microsoft. I've been here for just over a year, and I came in through the LEAP program, and now I'm a developer on Azure IoT.
Cool. LEAP. So what does LEAP stand for and what is that program?
Yeah, sure. So the LEAP program is a diversity program. It started at the beginning of 2016. I was part of cohort 4. So it's aimed towards different candidates, people without a traditional computer science background. So people who are career changers with diverse different experiences, maybe folks that have graduated a coding boot camp, or maybe they're self-taught with some also relative work experience alongside that. So you go through an application process, and then if you're selected, you come up here, and it's a 16-week program. You do a project with your sponsoring team, and then maybe you have the opportunity to stay on Microsoft full-time, or at least you have some great real-world experience on your resume.
I didn't know about this one. Love it.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Absolutely.
So you said you're a developer in the Azure IoT group, right?
Yes.
What part of Azure IoT, because now Azure IoT is huge, right? We have tons of people and we have tons of product we're working on. There's one specific that it came to give us a sneak peek at that you're working with or on.
For sure. So my team is building new spatial intelligence capabilities. Okay, so it's a new platform that enables our partners to build solutions and services that then they could provide to their own customers. And right now it's primarily focused on smart buildings and smart spaces.
Smart building. So we have a building here. How do you make a building smart?
Okay, so that's a great question. So first I want to just step back and mention that with all of this IoT data, really what we're often attempting to do is to model the real world. So what these new APIs enable you to do is to model the relationship between people, places, and things. Okay, so you can essentially configure what some of our partners are referring to as the digital twin of a building. So you would have your building and then you would configure it. So you set up the building itself and then the floors of the building and then the spaces or rooms of that floor. So it's kind of like a hierarchy, okay? Now you have the digital representation of the building. Then what you can do is set up all of your IoT devices throughout the spaces. And now you're getting your real-time telemetry data, your sensor data. So information on temperature, air quality, humidity, energy consumption, and motion. Or, it's pretty limited, unlimited possibilities.
And all of that mapped to the actual space that has been modeled through the digital representation,
Yeah,
right? So
exactly. So the combination of the sensor data with the building topology or graph is really where the magic happens. So with that, you're able to get a lot of insights about the building and understand what needs to happen from a maintenance perspective, or just simply create all of these rich experiences for the building occupants.
Oh, where actually you were saying that actually is about mixing with people as well, right?
Right, exactly.
So that's where that interaction with people happen. So you were mentioning partners actually, right? You were saying that these APIs will allow our partners to create the solution for their customers or our joint customers, right?
Right.
Which of these partners do you have in mind or already working with you? Because there's a private preview of these technologies you're developing.
Right, that's correct.
So you already have partners that you've been working with.
Yeah, absolutely. So like you mentioned, we're in a limited private preview right now. And one of the things I love about this platform is the breadth of possibilities that it offers because it's so scalable, customizable, and flexible. So we're working with partners in different industries, construction, facilities management, and real estate. Some names that our viewers might recognize: Honeywell, Steelcase, CBRE, Willow, PCL Construction, just to name a few.
Which are well known actually in the space of digital of smart buildings, right? But I like as well that the technology you talked about smart spaces or spatial intelligence capabilities, not especially just buildings, right? There's going to be different, because your digital twin is about a building, but it could be about a meeting room in terms of size. It could be different things, right?
Yeah, so I just wanted to touch real quickly on what one of our partners is doing, CBRE. So for people who are unfamiliar, CBRE is a world-leading commercial real estate and facilities management firm. So worldwide, they manage over 1 billion square feet of property. Okay. And they just launched CBRE 360 that's built on top of our platform. So it's a mobile app, and the mobile app enables the building occupants to find points of interest, to reserve a room, and to navigate the building. Okay. So you were just talking about meetings a second ago, right? So one of the main complaints that we hear within the space of meetings is that you'll get folks that will book a room or book a recurring meeting that's the same time each week for months at a time, but maybe they don't actually show up every time to the meeting. So what you have is these rooms that are flagged as reserved that are actually unoccupied. But once you have your sensor data flowing through the system, so real-time data that's sensing motion and heat, you're able to address that issue, and you can set those rooms that are unoccupied as reservable, so that a team that really does need the space can book it.
That looks to be a very useful application for us here at Microsoft on the campus,
We're
right?
also very guilty of that. The application also has turn-by-turn wayfinding, so indoor wayfinding that enables you to find, get to where you need to go.
Yeah, because once again, Microsoft big campus, like huge buildings, with new layout with all these neighborhoods and spaces and so on.
These buildings can be a maze.
They are, they're huge. That's awesome. That's a lot of things. So, can people already get some of the bits or read some more information somewhere? What's the next step for them?
Great question. So we are in limited private preview right now, but definitely stay tuned because later on in the year we're going to have an exciting announcement and more news for you guys. But if you are interested in learning more about the solution, you could email smartspacespreview@microsoft.com.
Awesome. We're going to add this email address here on the description of the video.
Sounds good.
That was very insightful, Irana. I look forward to having you again here with real demos with the actual thing, right? Because once it's going to be public, we'll be able to show some of that.
For sure. Looking forward to that. Thank you.
Thanks, guys, for watching the Internet Things show, and don't forget to subscribe.